get a haircut. So people are still calling me. So let's wait and see if we can get a few folks to join us as we talk about this. Thank you for the love. I'm doing good. Little bit, Coulson. I'm doing good. Thank you, dear. So let's wait and see if we can get a few folks to join us. I'm also sharing this on my page because, of course, about entrepreneurship. But it's about entrepreneurship based on something very different, based on a new concept of entrepreneurship that I believe that we can partner on, regardless of our locations, to actually build a network, a different concept, a network of business, of supporting each other, of being able to do things a bit different than what has been done so far. So it is called transformational social entrepreneurship. And for all of you who are waiting to ask me what is it, give me a minute. Let's get a few folks on here, as I said, and then we start talking about it. But it's really a concept of entrepreneurship that is based on community development. It's based on in peer-to-peer development. It's based on solving practical social issues, where you create businesses around the present issues in your society. You partner with people to solve those problems. That is the basic concept of it, and it's based on 17 principles. 17 principles that form the transformational social entrepreneurship concepts. You are here, great. So I think we've got quite a few folks on here. So we can probably start. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. We can probably start getting into details about this topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me. I'm HRH Prince Duke Dankwa. I am one of the members of African Seasoned Speakers Network. If you know my background, of course, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an international entrepreneur. A venture capitalist, investor. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm a corporate trainer, and political government relations consultant, international business development. I do a lot. I do quite a lot, right? I'm involved in a lot because I'm one of those people that, by the grace of God, I was given a lot of gifts. If anybody who knows me will tell you, I am jack of many trades and master of many. I'm blessed with a mind and an ability that I'm able to help a lot of people. I'm able to do a lot of things that most people are not capable of doing. I'm blessed. I have a mind and a voice and a mindset that God has blessed me with that allows me to be involved in a lot of things. So we have now come up with a concept of doing business that, based on different things that have happened, I've realized that we need to do business that is not just making us money, but also help us better society, right? I would love you to mentor me. I like people who are talented like you. No problem. Message me and I will love mentoring. Have your mentorship program. We actually have a project coming. I don't want to focus on it right here, but we have a project coming in partnership, Future Africa Institute, that we are going to be doing a lot of mentorship, coaching, skill training for a lot of people. So let's get back on the topic, and it's probably going to an hour, so I can get really. It's not usually my 2-hour talk show. It's an hour. So let's try to get as much done as possible. And I apologize. I'm still actually working while I'm talking to you guys. So forgive me if it's just not perfect. Please apologize ahead and forgive me, because I still have to work while I'm talking to you guys. All right. So, what is transformational social entrepreneurship? It is a concept of entrepreneurship based on the 17 SDGs by the UN. Okay. If you don't know the SDGs are the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN came up with a couple of years ago, and most countries have adopted it. Most governments have adopted it, and we have come up with a concept where we can do business based on these goals. All right. So let me show you the goals, and we will talk about them and how you can do business with them. So these are I hope you can see them. These are the 17. How you can hopefully anybody can see them. These are the 17 SDG goals, right? And my concept is this. The transformational social entrepreneurship concept is this: that you want to do business based on these goals. You want to create community-based businesses into entrepreneurship where it's not just about making money, but it's about making money solving problems in your community. You understand? It's about forming partnerships with people. You recognize one of the SDGs. It's 17 of them, all right? And I'll go over each of them in a minute. But the concept is very simple. You find a problem that is on the SDG. You bring a group of entrepreneurs around this problem. You find a solution, okay, to the problem, and that is the business. The business that you are doing is, let's say the issue is water. You come up with a concept of finding a solution to providing water, clean water, sanitization in your community. And based on that, you create a business model on it where it benefits both your business and the community. So if you look at it in this way, based on these goals, okay? Based on these goals, your business formulation has to be based on some one of these goals. It can be all of them, a couple of them, or one of them, right? Right? Your business, when you want to be a transformational social entrepreneur, your business has to impact community. It doesn't have to go too far, but it has to impact immediate community. You make money by helping people. You make your money by helping a particular set geographical area of people. Your business is based on helping them solve one of these SDG issues, and that is how you partner with other people to form the transformational social entrepreneurship organization that you are going to be involved in. So, for example, if you go to number one is no poverty on the SDGs. Anybody who knows me, you know my passion in life is the eradication of poverty in Ghana, or the reduction of poverty in Ghana, or whatever I can do to reduce poverty in Ghana, right? My second passion is creating entrepreneurs and young independent wealth creation and stuff like that. So if you take the SDG and you say, well, my business will focus on eradication of poverty, how do you do that? You recognize the issue that you want to solve or you want to help with. But then the question now becomes, how do you accomplish that? How do you reduce poverty? How do you help eradicate poverty? And we all know that is true business. That is through creating jobs, because the more people that we help gain income, create income, the less people go below the poverty line. compared to the way that we are doing poverty eradication in Africa. You see, when the African want to solve issue with poverty, we just give people money. We give them food. We give them the poor. We give the poor things. That is not how you solve poverty. That is wrong. It doesn't create a sustainable business model, if you understand. If you want to solve poverty, you have to create sustainable business models that can be duplicated, that can bring in income, you understand? And that income is used to continue that particular business organization. So you don't depend on just funding and charity and donations, but you start a business around the issue. So let's say you want to solve poverty. You find a partnership network, partnerships who are interested in this subject matter. You come up with ways to create jobs, ways to create employment, because we understand the only way to fight poverty is to give people financial independence. People have to create income. The more people that have income, the more of them become poor. Right? Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love, Facebook. You understand? And I apologize those of us who watch me on Instagram. I'm using the phone, the other phone right now to educate, so I can't be on Instagram. I apologize. Maybe we'll record and post it on IGTV. So that is one, right? One of the SDGs. Hello, sis. How are you doing? SDGs is poverty eradication, right? No poverty. Second one is no hunger. How do you form a business that help your community, those who are hungry? How do you form a business that is not just based on profit, but based on solving hunger issue? Which means you may create a restaurant, you may create a food delivery service, you may create, you may do a food business, right? But your cost, compared to those who are in for profit, your cost is affordable to majority of the poor. So even though you make money, you don't make your business is not based solely on profit. It's based on helping people, helping feed people. By helping feed people, that the business itself pays itself, right? You don't go into debt helping people. And it becomes a model where you can hire people to duplicate it without you being in debt, without where you have to depend on just donations and funding. But you create a model that a business can literally pay for itself. You can get into agriculture, farming, anything that allows you to help people within a group of a certain, with your partnerships, anything that allows you to be able to solve the issue of hunger with your business idea. Okay? The next one could be is good health. So right now with COVID-19 coming, there's a lot of business opportunities coming out right now through COVID-19 for medical supplies and so forth, right? That is a business model around the SDG. I'm currently partnering with a lot of people right now in Ghana, abroad, for us to get supplies of SDGs, give out free face masks, give out educational information about COVID-19. We are doing that right now, right? I'm creating businesses, partnerships right now through this health crisis. And it's not just about making money, but it's about helping people. You understand? So you can find a way where maybe you have a health background, you're a nurse, you're a doctor. You can form a community health clinic, right? That you may charge, but you charge enough just to cover the cost of your expenses and the products, but not for just for high margin profits, because you are making money somewhere else in other businesses. Do you get me so far? And please comment if you don't understand me. If you have questions, please comment so I can get your feedback. All right. So that is one about health. You create a business partnership with people, a social transformational entrepreneurship concept where you are dealing in health, but you are providing, you are charging enough for people to be able to afford it, for you to be able to afford pay your expenses. But it's not just about making money. It's about solving an issue, a health issue. You understand? It could be about quality education. You understand? Quality education. Now, you form a partnership based on education. But the purpose of the partnership of the business is not just to make money of people like a private university or private education, a private organization, but it's a community-based education platform where you bring people on board to support educating the most vulnerable in the community, and you go to specific communities where they are vulnerable, where the poor are. You understand? Where those who cannot get education, access to education are, whether it's online and so forth. And once again, we currently are working on a project with Future Africa Institute that we are launching to provide, in partnership with several leaders in the community, leaders in Ghana, young leaders, entrepreneurs, professionals, speakers, to create a platform where we are going to bring mentorship, leadership, public speaking, skill training, several educational, financial education, to create business concepts through education. But our purpose is enough to take care of the expenses and the structures, but not to create a high profit margin. You understand? For us. So these are the things that you have to think about when you say you are interested in transformational social entrepreneurship. Is you need to go to the 17 SDGs. Okay? You go to the 17 SDGs, spend over how you doing there, and you find whatever your passion is or your gifts are. You understand? And based on that, you then start a business partnership with other people. You cannot do these things. Listen, the first thing to tell you folks, so those in Ghana, if you are interested in transformational social entrepreneurship, you cannot do it by yourself. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you have. You cannot do it by yourself. You are going to need several people to partner with you, because if you decide to do it by yourself, it becomes a profit mindset kind of business. Do you understand? You want to bring enough people around that you can spread the cost and expenses around certain people, that they are willing to support you. You understand? That they are willing to support you, and they are willing to spread expenses, that they don't lose money, you don't lose money, you cover your expenses, and you build this together. You can't do by yourself. Do you understand? It's very important that as we are educating people on these things right now, I am creating Future Africa Institute. It's not by me. I have over 20 partners, half of them in Africa, that I'm going to be building this concept with. And hopefully it will be a model for some of you to see how it works. You understand? You can't do by yourself. All right? Okay. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the wave. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Felicia, where can I find the SDG models? Felicia, listen, I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it on a platform when I'm done. I'll post a picture of it. I have this right here. I have a lot of information. I'll post it on a platform so everybody can have it, and where you can get information about it from. All right. So the next concept, as I said, it's based on 17 principles. The next concept is clean water and sanitation. We talked about that already, right? The next concept is number 7 is renewable energy. We talk about that, renewable energy. So imagine this. Imagine that you think about renewable energy in a sense of you have to find solutions to energy. I've always wondered, I seriously, one of my biggest issues is why don't we Africans have a solar energy solution to solar power solution to electricity? Like, we have the most solar energy in Africa, and it baffles my mind. It's not my passion, it's not my expertise, but it baffles my mind that we don't have solar farms across Africa. We don't have solar everything. If I build my dream house in Ghana, trust and believe it will have solar panels everywhere. So renewable energy is one of the concepts of the SDGs. How can some of you, in the engineers, folks among us, you take this concept and say, I want to build a business around this? And you create a business model around it. Solar energy, renewable energy, safe energy. We can do it, right? It's not my passion, it's not one of my things I'm interested in, but I'm hoping that somebody is out there and you get the idea, the concept, why you have to look at the SDGs as a means of creating a social entrepreneurship business concept out of it. Okay? Good evening, Rama. How you doing there? So, number 8 on the SDGs. So if you can see, I've enlarged them and I'm going to go over them one by one. And I'll sharing them. I should have shared them before I started. As a matter of fact, I think I can, maybe I can share it on, as I'm talking. Let me see if I can just post it on my page and on the, let's see. I'll just post the picture. Hopefully that can help some people as I'm talking over it. Let's see if I can. If not, we just continue, please. I apologize, folks. I'm working and I'm talking at the same time. So I apologize for everybody. I told you in the beginning, I'm actually working and talking to you at the same time. So I apologize. Folks are messaging me and I'm supposed to be on a conference call, but we are here. So we'll finish this in a little bit and I'll call and I'll get on there. All right. So let's see if I can post on the page. I'm posting in the group right now. Okay, so I've posted in a season African Season Speakers Network page, a group. I've posted it. It's pending approval. So maybe they can take it and post it on the page for me, because I can't post it while I'm also live on the page. All right, so let's get back here. So the next one is good jobs and economic growth, right? What can we do? What partnerships can you form to create good jobs? But remember, whenever you create a job, the job has to be able to bring economic growth, right? It has to be able to help people in your community to become independent, self-reliant. A good job has to pay good, right? Has to pay above the poverty line to allow people to live, to have a sustainable life. It may not be comfortable, but it has to pay enough for people to have a sustainable life. And this is where peer-to-peer employment is now coming in. And something I'm going to be talking about, I believe tomorrow on a talk show peer-to-peer employment, where now you have young people starting businesses with other young people, and you have other young people working for them with peer-to-peer employment, where I have a media company, right? And I may employ my friends to do the graphic design, to do the, I'm not going to a professional company. You are hiring your friends, your neighbors who have gone to school or who have certain skills. So instead of you going to a professional company to do something for you, like your digital marketing, like your media relations, public relations, we young people, we start hiring each other to work with each other on different projects. You connect with people who have skills. They may be a professional in a business, in a company. They are an accountant at a company, but you hire them to be an accountant for your small business. You see? So now, if they lose their job over there, they can still work. They become consultants. Peer-to-peer employment allows we to create jobs in Africa. It will allow us to start supporting each other in business, where you all make money together, right? Nobody is really struggling. If it's $100 that I'm making in my business, because I have peer-to-peer, I've created jobs within my peer, the $100, maybe $40 of that is going to go into my network to pay my people. I may pay somebody $10 for graphic design. I may pay somebody $10 for the digital marketing. I may pay somebody $10 for public relations. I may pay somebody $10 for delivery. All of a sudden, you are creating jobs within your circle, and nobody in your circle is hungry. You're not the only one with all the money, right? You are creating jobs. You are solving the issue of good paying jobs, right? And economic growth, right? So one of the subjects is gender equality. How are we able to use the SDG through transformational social entrepreneurship solve the issue of gender equality? What does it mean? That means that if I own a business, if I have started a business and I'm paying my accountant $100 a week as a guy, as my friend, and let's say my niece, Mackenzie, I bring her on board to do public relations. It doesn't mean because she's my niece and she's a lady, I'm going to pay her $50 to do that job. No. I'm going to make sure that the same money that I pay my friend, the guy, I'm going to pay the same amount of money to my niece, Mackenzie, a female. I'm going to make sure that the same way that I show respect to my male counterparts in the business, I show the same respect to my niece. Do you understand? When you create a business where the environment is comfortable for both men and women, where you respect both men and women, where both men and women receive equal pay, where both men and women receive equal opportunities. That is how you use the SDG in your business to solve gender inequality issue. You understand? If you take reduce inequalities, we have number 5 on the SDG is gender equality. Number 10 is reduce inequalities. And the way that you work on reducing inequalities, all right, is that now you go into, let's say, politics in Africa. There is majority of men in politics, not as many women. The way that you reduce inequalities is that you start creating quotas as political parties, and you allow women to stand for office, ministerial positions, and you put women in positions of power just as men to kind of reduce the margin, right? I don't know when it will be equal, but at least reduce the margin for us to empower as many women in technology and other aspects as we empower men, right? You know, we have a culture in Africa where some families actually treat their male sons better than their female daughters, and their males are given professional treatment in our cultures. With reducing inequalities, you want to reduce that concept. So we as young people, we as becoming now, you know, I'm not a parent, but those of us who are married and have kids, you begin to treat your children, both your daughters and sons, equal. You give them the same opportunity for education, for business, for everything. We as a society, we start treating young boys and young girls equal. We start giving them the same opportunities. We start giving them the same, supporting them with the same abilities. You understand? We start supporting female politicians the way we support male politicians. We have to create an environment where we are using entrepreneurship. You create business concepts around these ideas to solve the problems that we have in society. You understand? So like I said, I mean, it's 17 of them. I have 4 of them that is my passion. Even before they came out, I was passionate about them, and those are the things I'm working on, right? You know, I mean, you go from number 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Number 12 is consumption. Number 13 is climate action. Number 14 is life below water, fishing, you know. 15, life on land, trees, forestry, you know, things like that. These are the things that the SDGs provide, right? Then you have number 16, peace and justice, you know, prevention of war, you know, on a global level, peace, you know, get along with people, those things, right? How do you create a business concept around it? You could be a consultant of conflict resolution, you know. Like you can look at where your passion is. Like I said, I have 4 of them that my passion is them, and I'll focus on those 4 in the last 15 minutes of the broadcast. All right. And then number 17 is partnership for the goals, right? So, like I said, these are the goals, the 17 SDG goals, right? And the whole concept of transformational social entrepreneurship is taking the goals, finding them, looking at the goals, and you saying, okay, I want to work around poverty. I want to work around hunger. I want to work around water, clean water and sanitization. I want to work around education. I want to work, like, find your passion. You may even be doing it already in your business. You don't realize that, right? Because when you look at hunger it brings in farming, you know, restaurants, food delivery, all kind of things. But you now change the concept where you bring people on board to support the organization, because it's not just for profit. It's not for profit maximization, but for community benefits, right? You make money to pay your expenses. You make money to take care of your staff, but it's not huge amount of profit to be rich overnight, right? So usually these are things you do. It's almost like NGO kind of idea. Yes, almost like an NGO, not a non-profit, right? Because an NGO can have a business model. So it's almost an NGO concept of business, not a non-profit. I want to be very careful. And there are a lot of people I see in Africa that they start non-profits to make money. In America, if you have a non-profit and you make money, you can be arrested. So please, I've seen a lot of people using non-profits to make money. Foundations are different from NGOs. I know in Ghana you register both the same. You understand? But foundations. Thank you, Mr. Hey, Nana, for joining the talk show. Oh, excuse me, the broadcast. I think I'm on my talk show. Please, this thing I'm talking about, transformational social entrepreneurship, it can look like an NGO, because an NGO can create a business model that benefits the community, but not for profit, okay? But you make money to pay your expenses, whereby foundations usually depend on just donations and so much to help them. With transformational social entrepreneurship, you create a business model to solve an issue in community, close community, in society, for the benefit of society. You don't lose money because you also get donations and funding, but the business concept create a product that is sold but not at high margin. Okay? These are the ideas of what we are talking about. When we talk about transformational social entrepreneurship, you want to solve a social issue. The concept of the business is not for profit. The concept of the business is for the benefits of society. But the business is formed in partnership with other people, other social leaders, other business people, whatever, other people in your community, in your society, is formed with them that allows you to reduce your costs. The business pays for the expenses and it takes care of the operational costs. You may take away a little money, right? But it's not a business like what we are doing at Future Africa Institute. For example, Future Africa Institute is a business concept, it's an EdTech business concept that we are creating a platform to bring mentorship, leadership, public speaking, skill training, financial literature, budgeting, grants management. We are bringing, we are creating Future Africa Speakers, which is similar to African Citizen Speakers Network, but Future Africa Speakers is about grooming speakers, where African Citizen Speakers Network is about promoting established speakers, right? So we have these platforms that we are working on. We are creating websites where we are going to connect with international schools and universities, where they will have models to train people about skill training on all aspects, from mechanics to mechanic to agriculture to automation to digital marketing to everything that we can find. We will bring on a platform that people can register to take the courses from instructors and get certificates. They are going to pay for the course and the certificates. But if they take a course from Future Africa Institutes, if they took that same course online, they may be paying 3-4 times than what they will pay on taking from Future Africa Institute. You see the difference? The difference is we are bringing education to Ghanaians and Africans, online education, but we are bringing it 3 times the less the cost of the market, so that we can pay our instructors, we can pay our mentors, we can pay our infrastructure, we can pay our expenses. But I'm not becoming rich overnight because of Future Africa Institute. But we are solving a big issue of bringing education, skill training, technology to the vulnerable in society who don't have access to it. Right? So these are the things that transformational entrepreneurship is about. It's about taking the SDGs, you understand, and forming a business around it, but not by yourself. You cannot own. Listen, my Ghanaian farming and friends, I know you love to say I own this, this CEO, this. This is not about that. This is a partnership. You form a people, equal benefits to people. Whoever are your board, are your funders. You have a lot of co-funders. Okay? It's not just one funder, it's a lot of co-funders. Future Africa Institute, for example, I'm telling you, I have over 25 co-founders. You know, who of who is in Ghana and abroad in the field that we are dealing with. They are my co-founders. You know, even though we are putting the work behind it, they each will bring their expertise on board. You understand? That is what we are working on. You know, and as you know, the same way that we are supporting African Seasoned Speakers Network, we are going to support these other organizations, not just Future Africa Institute, not just Africa Speakers, the Future Africa Speakers platform. We are going to support each other. You know, my whole objective, my whole goal, Felicia, well, I can't wait to be trained and mentored. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We are aggressively building a platform. One of the things that I'm promoting right now, if you know, I'm the Ghanaian, I'm the Ghanaian with 1 million nieces and nephews. Everybody is my niece and nephew. Everybody is my brother, because I am building a network in Africa of strong, powerful young leaders, forward thinkers, who I'm working with them, each of them, on a different angle. But I promote them, I support them. I'm in media. You understand? I have a far outreach. What people pay me for advertising, marketing, promotion. I do that for my network for free. Anybody in my network who's post edit on social media, I promote it on my pages. You know, I support them how I don't lose money, but it benefits them. That's what I'm talking about. We start looking at what can you do with your group, with your network, with your friends, where you don't lose money helping people, but it has a greater impact in their life. And it could just be you sharing a post on your page. It could just be you speaking at your friend's event. It could just be you promoting your friend. It could just be you buying the product from your friend. It could just be you building your friend up in any way possible. This is what I do. Anybody who knows me can tell you. You know, when I began what I was doing in Ghana, we came in Ghana with a lot of money, and we invested in a lot of projects, and we learned the hard way. You cannot give free money to Ghanaians. You cannot just put money to things. You have to, without you being in Ghana to manage it, you can lose your money. It's a hard lesson. We lost a lot of money, but I didn't give up. We found different ways to still invest, still support, still build businesses within different networks. That's what we've done. As we promote transformational social entrepreneurship, what I'm telling you is this: look around your circle, look around your friends, look around people that you are dealing with, look at the SDGs. Where do you see your passion? Is your passion in eradication of poverty? Is your passion in education? Is your passion in reducing hunger? Is your passion in gender equality? Is your passion in reducing inequalities? Is your passion in renewable energy? Is your passion in water, clean water and sanitization? Is your passion in land? Is your passion in below water? Is your passion in good jobs and economic growth? Is your passion in peace and justice? Where is your passion? Do you understand? Find your passion. Then find people around you that support that passion, that share your idea, that share your mindset. And then you form an organization, a business platform that makes money. You don't lose money, that makes money, pay your expenses. Each partner is able to take something home. But you are not charging the community. You are not trying to make money off the people, off the poor. You are trying to use your business to rather impact society and the community. That is what transformational social entrepreneurship is about, based on the 17 SDGs. And I look forward to a lot of you that I'm working with you on different projects. Things are slow. We are working on them little by little. These are the things we are trying to do. We are trying to make money by helping solve issues in society. And before I finish, let me say this. Oscar, this is the man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, bro. Hey, Kofi, Benjamin, boss man, I'm proud of you. You and Oscar. I'm so proud of you guys. Anyway, Mackenzie, I'm proud of you. Emma, I'm proud of you. the rest of my family. I have made up my mind to build a network of 1 million entrepreneurs around Africa, and I've been building it little by little. I've been working with them. We talk. When we talk, we connect. We when I have ideas, when I have questions, I call them, I message them. When I don't, I leave them alone because we are all busy in different things. But we support each other, far and near. We support each other. That's what we are doing. So if with Future Africa Entrepreneurs Mentorship, we changed that from 1 million entrepreneurs to Future Africa Entrepreneur Mentorship. But the concept is still 1 million entrepreneurs. The goal is still the same. I'm still building a network of 1 million leaders in Africa, in Ghana, for us to use transformational social entrepreneurship to solve issues. We have each of us in doing that. Let me also say this. Each of us in doing that also have individual business projects for profits. The two are not the same. I have individual business projects. I have business projects for profit that I do. You understand? Corporate training, consulting, business development. It's for money. Public and political relations that I do is for money. International business consulting I do is for money. You want to contact me to connect you to some powerful people around the world, you're going to pay me, right? Public relations things I do is for money. Digital marketing, media promotion is for money. It's not the same thing. I need people to understand. You can do something in an NGO, you can have a foundation, and you can have a for-profit business. And it allows you to not depend on people to support you before you move. It allows you not to go hungry and say that back in the day, because you are in an NGO, so you are broke, because you are doing a foundation. No. Have a business, have a profession, have a job, have something that you do to live. But you use the NGO, the foundation, and the social entrepreneurship as ways to help society. So you don't depend on people to move you, to support you, to help you. You use people as resources to create impact in community. You use people's resources as resources to build these organizations where it benefits society, not just you, not just a few people. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen in Ghana. I apologize for all the delay and everything else, really, because I'm working and talking to you at the same time. We'll be talking some more on this. I think now that I've given the concept, I'll be writing more about it. I'm going to be putting down the 17 concept, the 17 SDGs, and how each of you can see it. I will explain it. I'll show where you can get resources depending on what SDG you are working on. You understand? And you can build a business around it to help people and make money. You can build a business around helping people. Just imagine that. Just imagine that you wake up and your business is to help people while you're making money. That's what transformational social entrepreneurship is about. That is what we are working on. We are trying to change the world one person at a time. Whatever you can do to help somebody, do it. If all you can do is promote somebody's post that you know is of benefit, promote it, share it. If all you can do is recommend somebody, recommend them. If all you can do is give $10, 100 CDs to somebody to help them, give it. If all you can do is push somebody along the way, give it. If all you can do is open a door for somebody, open the door. If we start supporting each other, if you have the money and you can help them financially. If you have influence to help them with influence. Whatever you can to help somebody in this time, let's do it. Don't think about how you can benefit. Don't think about how it can help you, but think about how we can use our platforms, our resources to help people. Let's think about that. Let's use a way to support each other any way that we can. Let's combine. Let's get together. Let's support each other. Let's build ourselves. Let's promote ourselves. Let's support Ghanaians. Let's support especially women entrepreneurs. My nieces, I love you. Wherever I can, I do my best to help you. It will take a niece of mine to get me to change my schedule or conference calls to be here because I support her 100%. This is what I want us to do. This is what I want us to do. Yes, let's use entrepreneurship as a way of helping each other. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless you. This has been HRH Prince Duke Dankwa speaking for African Seasoned Speakers Network. It's a collaboration I'm very proud of. My wonderful niece, Makezia Moore in Ghana, doing this, and I love her. I love her for doing it. She's bringing people together, being a network for people. So all of us that we can support her, let's support her. Let's do the best we can to stand behind her and give her all the resources that we are capable of giving her. Right? Thank you very much. Good evening. God bless you. Cheers.